Hey everyone, welcome back to Crypto Cash. Thank you so much again for joining me here. Hope you're having a great day. Let's take a quick look here again at Solana, see what's going on. Appreciate your patience over the last few days. If you weren't in the know, maybe you're not following me on social media. We did have a young little one here brought to this world here, a little Cooper. So he is having a good time, obviously. Keep mom very busy. Me as well, but she's breastfeeding, so if you know anything about that, she's got her hands full right now. So thank you for the wonderful support to everyone. Just awesome comments, feedback, likes, all that fun, wonderful stuff. Appreciate you. I appreciate you more than you might know. Okay, thank you again for being an amazing part of my life. I don't say that lightly. So what we want to do here quickly to take a look here at the charts, right? Kind of get off to a good start. First of all, this descending trend line is still holding pretty strong. Generally, I like to adjust it according to the 50-day SMA so we kind of get an idea of where we're at with the trend. Trend is still down, right? We take a look here. Bitcoin had a nice little pump. Solana, not so much. It's the reason why we shorted this coin, because it's just showing a lot of weakness compared to that of Bitcoin. At least for the moment, that could totally change. I'm not I'm not throwing shade at your favorite coin, just literally telling you how it is, right? I'm always going to do that. Quick little congrats to our community here too as well. It's very minor. Sorry, all the baby pictures here. Again, only 20%, but we did take a short to secure some profits there. That trade is still open and it's in the green. So just some heads up on that. Probably not the best idea to consider along with this coin. However, we've been bottoming out quite a lot here. There's potential to recover and bounce from here. A lot of coins are bouncing off key level supports, and this low level about 220 so far has proven to be such, right? Just got to recognize there's a lot of liquidation here still left to the downside. We'll double check that here in a moment, but there's a decent chance we're going to see the price continue a little bit lower just based on how poorly the market's looking. And also future reference too, if you haven't, you didn't watch my Bitcoin analysis, Bitcoin's looking pretty weak as well. I know it seems like it was strong, but these were kind of some lower volume pumps that couldn't surpass that key level resistance at 105. And again, we had the FOMC right here. A lot of folks were late longs and they just absolutely destroyed right now. It's very unfortunate, but again, I try to teach people not to break out trade. It's not really the best strategy, but key takeaway here is that sometimes no trade is the best trade, okay? Oh, and to quickly touch on this here too, I get the question a lot, just to kind of throw this out here. With my playout charts, what do these little arrows mean? Generally, the thicker lined, the thicker the line, the more likely it is to play out. So I feel still like the price is going to continue lower to sweep this low 210 to 220 range. Keep in mind, this was a secondary alternative there. We didn't retest that point of control resistance range, but just know that that exists. So it's a heavy resistance above us, right? So just keep that in mind as well. Let's take a quick peek at the back-end liquidation data, kind of go from there and see what's new here over the last few days. It has been about 3 or 4 days since we last looked at this here. So quickly to note, last 7 days, there's obviously a lot of liquidation at 245. Does that mean you take a long to the moon? No. Most people will do that because they don't really understand thoroughly that liquidation levels, while they are very much act like a magnet, the further you are away from them, the less likely they are to occur, right? With us being this close to this low level of 217 to 222 is a closer approximate, that leads me to believe we're going to see further downside, coupled with the fact that Bitcoin is it's shifting bearish here. I know it's crazy and weird to think because we just had a nice little, green 2 or 3 days there after FOMC, but all that profit's been wiped away. And in fact, most altcoins are lower than they were 3 days ago before that happened. Okay. So just keep that in mind. Alts are not looking fantastic. Doesn't mean you short the bottom, but it does imply we lose the support. It might be worth considering a short. Okay. To my community members who are in their short position open for Solana, we got in at 234. 234. Definitely keep that open. I feel like we're still more likely to go down. I'll explain why here, of course, and this could actually change at the very end of this analysis, right? If we look at everything, there's a lot of dynamic shifts, then maybe it's a different story. But bird's eye view, based on what I know from 3 days ago, Solana's not looking great. Same thing here. This kind of just reaffirms that, again, liquidation from roughly 210 to 220 as far as heavier concentrations are concerned. Future reference too, folks, I always post a playout chart on our Twitter, Telegram, and Discord, so check that out. Be mindful of that. Anytime the video's up, the playout chart had already came out, so I'll have a new one up here shortly. Having said that, though, liquidation delta is shifting from bullish. Of course, these are some late longs here. Most of them are slowly getting destroyed on the way down, and we're starting to see that equilibrium. What that basically just means is that we're testing support, and the likelihood of breaking down is higher because more people are, or a lot less longs in the market. Okay, so they're getting destroyed. They're getting sick and tired of getting liquidated. So they're probably going to sit this one out, right? They either have no more money left, or they're going to be patient, which is obviously the better recommendation. By the way, you look at it. That's what this tells me here. It tells me that the bulls are losing control, and we're slowly shifting bearish. even though we've been pretty much bearish majority of this time here. And that's exactly why you don't take breakout trades. And again, I cannot reiterate that enough. Breakout traders are highly unsuccessful. Granted, waiting for being patient and waiting for confirmation has been a lot less successful too than usual this month, at least as of January. But I can tell you what, folks, that doesn't last forever. Okay, it's this shaking out all the weak hands, and a lot of folks, they'll give up on crypto because of stuff like this. When truth is, that's what they want you to do, so they can just do whatever the hell they want. Okay, market makers are they're just here for the money. That's all there is to it. Obviously, we all are too. Don't get me wrong. But we got to be able to identify their trends, not our trends, or what we think is going to be a trend. It's really all about them. Okay. All that being said here, if we take a look, this is open interest. This tells us a lot. 226, 227, and 230 are the three heaviest, most concentrated areas of people taking long positions. If this 227 doesn't work out, folks, it's going to be a really bad day for a lot of people. So please be careful buying the dips. While that's actually been a decently profitable strategy lately, I totally understand it. Don't put everything you got into this right now, okay? Maybe you do some, a slightly higher leverage trade with a lower position size, so you can kind of have some fun with it, but don't expect to just, buy the bottom and the price goes to 300 plus, okay? It's just, we're not in that kind of market right now, and I really don't think we're going to see alt season anytime soon, if at all. I really think that dynamic is shifting since big money's involved. Anyways, just take a look at the daily time frame. Let's work our way down and see what's going on. We're now under the 20-day SMA, also a very bearish sign, okay? So Bitcoin, in case you didn't know this, is testing the 20-day SMA. So we're at a last leg of defense here. I wouldn't say that that's truly bearish, but getting closer to the 100K mark, the longer we spend there, the more likely we are to go down. So it's just not really a good situation for Solana or Bitcoin. All that being said, we're right here at 50 on the RSI, again, testing that key level support. We lose that. I think the bottom is going to be coming a lot quicker than you might think. Money flow index is pulling back, telling us people are pulling money out of this coin. We combine that with this equilibrium here, leads me to believe that we're going to see a shift in momentum to that of a bearish sentiment soon. Overall, we can see stochastic and MACD both pretty much diverging, never a great sign. So the daily time frame is, in summary, pretty bearish, but it's almost there. The best way to describe it is it's breaking bearish, just like Bitcoin. Okay. Again, keep in mind, Solana is like a little dog with a leash when Bitcoin moves right now. It's just kind of doing what it wants. It's doing what Bitcoin wants, okay? Not necessarily what it should be doing and moving independently for the market, okay? So again, you got to keep in mind the Solana network is absorbing a lot of market dominance, and unfortunately, Solana is not really persevering because of it. Either way you look at it, 4-hour time frame, we can see we're underneath all the key level resistances and or moving averages, working as resistance as such. Keep in mind, moving averages are not resistance levels. They're just simply gauges of understanding what side of the tracks you're on. Right now, we're on the wrong side of the tracks, the side you don't necessarily want to take along with. And now again, as I mentioned previously, you can find some success buying the dips, both with spot, but also with some leverage, right? So you literally could buy this bottom and the price takes off from here. But again, statistically, the odds are against you when you're going to do that. So why not wait for a better trade? Again, a lot of times you wait for better trades and they don't even happen. That happens quite a lot. I've been missing tons of opportunity. Either wake up in the middle of the night or the morning when the price already moved in the middle of the night with all my alerts, or just in general. There's just not a lot of confirming factors. So don't feel FOMO right now, folks. There's nothing that you're really missing out on. This is a very obnoxious and ridiculous market. All right, so money flow index, RSI, everything's under 50, generally unfavorable. You don't take longs into that unless the price holds above that. And in fact, it broke above barely, but there was not a lot of confirming factors here. In fact, this looks very much like a bearish type of pattern here, okay? So again, a lot of times you'll see bear flags start like this. So I don't really like the price action and where we're at here. This is looking very poor. Overall sentiment here on the Ichimoku cloud is probably going to confirm that we have all green lights to leave our short position open as a community, but also to maybe even consider a short position. I don't recommend taking a short to support because we're in that support range, 220, 225 is support range. But on the same accord, you're going to find more success considering a short right now than you will along in the overall sentiment. So however you do that is up to you, but I can tell you that these are not signs you want to take a long position into, at least not from a respectable or I guess just somebody that's legitimately going to be following the way that things should work out, right? So from a standpoint of being a good trader and somebody that's actually not just FOMOing in or just John Wayne, or I don't know, whatever descriptions you can put in there. But simply put, it's not recommended to take it long, even though the price will probably go up as soon as I upload this video. It happens all the time. And again, it'll make me out to be a liar, but I can assure you, statistically speaking, you're at a disadvantage if you take it long right now. That's where we're at. But once more, market will turn on a swivel, so all the more reason not to go all in. Make sure that you average into your positions, and then consider securing profits whenever you can, right? Anybody right now that's holding for too long is getting destroyed because they're getting eaten up on fees, and their green trades go to red trades. Adjust your stop loss into profit as you as you move into profit, right? Consider securing profit more often. It's not a bad thing. No profitable trader has ever gone broke taking profit. It's just simple math, right? Okay, anyways, that's all I got. I hope this made sense. I'll post a playout chart here shortly on Twitter, Telegram, and Discord. We'll look forward to working with you. If you want to become a better trader, cryptocash.tech is a site. Link down below. We'll look forward to seeing you in the next one. Have a good rest of your day. Take care.